We've had 4,000 submissions from people in more than 75 countries around the world telling us they think 4,000 people are heroes. We've selected 30 of them, 30 remarkable people who all year long we've been profiling. Now, each one of these 30 saw a problem that needed fixing, and instead of looking the other way, they stepped up. They took charge and found a solution that no one told them to. They just did it on their own. So the tough job of choosing the top 10 out of all these 4,000 went to our CNN Blue Ribbon panel, a group that included Archbishop Desmond Tutu, Jane Goodall, Magic Johnson, Deepak Chopra, Holly Robinson Peete, and other luminaries. So the top 10 CNN heroes who have been selected and about to be named will each receive $25,000 and a shot at the top prize, which is awarded on Thanksgiving night. One of these 10 will be named CNN's Hero of the Year, and they'll be awarded $100,000. So with that in mind, let's get to the names. In alphabetical order, the top 10 CNN heroes of 2008 are Tad Agolia. He's from Knoxville, Tennessee. Tad's first response team provides immediate help to areas hit by natural disasters, and in a little over a year, he and his crew have aided thousands of victims at 15 sites across America free of charge. Marie De Silva, she's from Los Angeles, California. She lost 14 members of her family to AIDS. This nanny funds a school in her native country, Malawi, where 500,000 kids have been orphaned by the disease. Johannes Gebregoris. Johannes is from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. He was moved by the lack of children's books and literacy in Ethiopia, and Johannes established Ethiopia Reads, bringing free public libraries and literacy programs to thousands of Ethiopian kids. Carolyn LaCroix, she's from Norfolk, Virginia. After serving time in prison, Carolyn started the Messages Project to help kids stay connected with their incarcerated parents. She and volunteer camera crews have taped roughly 3,000 messages from inmates to their children. Ann Malum. Well, she's from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Every morning on her daily jog, Ann used to run past homeless men. Now she's running with them and others, helping to transform lives as part of her Back on My Feet program. Liz Mccartney, I want to introduce you to her. She's working in St. Bernard Parish, Louisiana. Now, Liz moved to New Orleans to help dedicate herself to helping Hurricane Katrina survivors move back into their homes. Her organization has rebuilt homes for more than 120 families so far, and they've done it all for free. Pimin Noon is from Toronto, Ontario. Pimin offers hundreds of Cambodian children who work in Phnom Penh's massive trash dump a way out through free schooling and job training. David Puckett from Savannah, Georgia. David brings ongoing prosthetic and orthotic care to those in need in southeastern Mexico. Since November of 2000, he's helped more than 420 amputees get the limbs that have changed their lives. Maria Ruiz, she's from El Paso, Texas. A couple times a week, Maria crosses the border into Juarez, Mexico, bringing food and clothing and toys for hundreds of poor kids and their families. I also want you to meet Viola Vaughn from Senegal. Well, by way of Detroit, Viola left the Motor City to retire in Senegal, and instead she ended up helping thousands of girls get an education and run their own businesses. So congratulations to all you 10. Take a good look. These are the top 10 CNN heroes of 2008. And this is where our viewers come in. Right now, you can go online to cnn.com/heroes and choose the hero who inspires you the most. Now, your vote will help decide the 2008 CNN Hero of the Year. I want to bring in Holly Robinson Peete, one of our Blue Ribbon panel judges who helped select today's top 10 from, again, a list of 4,000 people selected from CNN viewers and people online all across the world. How do you select from 4,000 going down to 10?
How do you select? I was just thrilled that some of my picks actually got in the top 10, I have to say. But I will say it was difficult to try to establish some kind of criteria to decide between someone who's providing limbs in rural Mexico and someone who's teaching children, orphans, 8 orphans in Malawi. So it was quite difficult to do that. But there were people that stood out for me. And that's what I looked at criteria-wise, a different model of philanthropy that you hadn't heard about before.
What's so interesting about a lot of these people is, they didn't have a lot of money. They didn't have a lot of access to, to people to help them. They just saw a need and they just started doing it. And other people joined them and they were able, kind of to cobble together whatever they could to help their program.
One of my personal heroes, excuse me, Marian Wright Edelman said, "Service is the rent we pay for living." And these people are paid up for several lifetimes, I think. But I mean, just again, for me, I had to establish some type of criteria to pick the best of the best. And I mean, there were people that really stuck out to me. Ann Malum from Philly, getting homeless people to run, to get back into life and get off the streets. And the young lady who actually, Carolyn LaCroix from where was she from? Virginia, yeah. to film inmates and be able to have them connect with their children. I mean, that's not your typical philanthropic model, but you're impacting their lives forever. These children are really, really going to benefit from this connection.
What do you think it is that all these people, I mean, these nominations came from 75 different countries. They're from all around the world. What do you think they all have in common?
They just have an innate desire to give back. And it doesn't come from something, they're not looking for anything. It's just, they're not complete unless they give back. They're not whole. So I looked for that, and that's what I love about all of the people that I had a chance to get to know through this process. And I was just thrilled to be part of this blue ribbon panel alongside Desmond Tutu. I'm just a philanthropist in training, but I absolutely enjoyed being able to get to know these people. And I also appreciate CNN for stopping the cycle of politics to be able to mention these heroes.
Yeah, well, we hope you'll be there with us Thanksgiving night.
I wouldn't miss it.
Yeah, it's going to be a great night. And again, it's up to our viewers to decide who is going to be the CNN Hero of the Year. Holly Robinson, Peete, thanks very much. Our top 10 CNN heroes are proof you don't need superpowers or millions of dollars to change the world and even save lives. We're looking forward to honoring all of these remarkable people during CNN Heroes, an all-star tribute hosted by me on Thanksgiving night. What better time to thank them for all that they've done. On that night, we're also going to honor People magazine's Heroes Among Us, and we'll name our CNN Hero of the Year. So which of these 10 will it be? You can decide. Vote now at cnn.com/heroes. Melissa?
Anderson, you have met so many distinguished people on your show and in your world travels, and yet I bet you are humbled when you meet these people and hear their stories and how they're creating real change.
There's no doubt about it. I hosted, we did this last year for the first time, and it was so moving to meet these people. I mean, we flew them in from all around the world, and they're totally not used to getting, global attention. They're not used to getting accolades beyond their small communities, and they were blown away, to have all these famous people, who were giving them the award. They were just amazed by the recognition, and it helps their own program. The money, each of these top 10 CNN heroes gets $25,000, and the CNN Hero of the Year will get $100,000 additionally. So they are incredibly humble and incredibly touched by what they're doing. I actually have met Liz Mccartney, who's working in St. Bernard Parish, rebuilding homes in the wake of Hurricane Katrina. She's doing amazing work. I mean, all these people are just doing remarkable work. And
I'm sure it's very rewarding to meet them and see how you and the CNN team were all able to really highlight what they've been doing, because they have not been doing it in the spotlight. And it's really nice to honor them. Because they're so deserving.
Yeah, they certainly are.
Anderson Cooper live from New York, and again up early with us this morning. Appreciate you setting your clock so early. Thanks,
pleasure.
Anderson. And I want to remind everybody what Anderson was just suggesting that you do. He wants you to go online to vote, because they are daring, they're courageous, and they are your neighbors. So we hope you will go to cnn.com/heroes to see their stories, and then you can vote for your favorite. And then again, join Anderson Cooper Thanksgiving night to find out who will be CNN's Hero of the Year. Vote now, cnn.com/heroes, and while you're there, be sure to check out the blogs on that website. Anderson Cooper's is there, along with the blogs from many of the honorees, where you can also take the opportunity to get to know the people being honored before you vote. Again, you'll find it all online at cnn.com/heroes.